Hi guys, in this video we're going to show you how to use Bloated Image Finder, which is a free desktop tool that will scan each page on your website checking for bloated images. By bloated images we mean images in large formats such as bitmaps, or images above a certain file size, or images above a certain resolution. Before we do that, please remember to check out the Rocket Guest Posting database. Rocket Guest Posting is the world's largest searchable collection of websites that accept guest posters, along with all their key SEO metrics and contact details. We normally have a free demo or trial going, so please check that out. So for this demo, we've selected just a standard random WordPress blog that we found, and we'll set that running, and while you can see the application working, we'll just talk through some of the options. So most of them are pretty self-explanatory. We've got a option here to check for images in large formats, so that's things like bitmap, raw images, very large file formats that don't make use of compression. Here we have images above a certain size in kilobytes, so you might know on your website that you've got just your standard sort of blog header images and they don't need to be above 150k or something, so you can set 200 in there and find all images on your website above 200k. And here we have high resolution images, so you might know again that your website only has images that need to be a certain size or not bigger than a certain size maybe, so you can set a resolution in there to find anything that's bigger than what you think you need on your website. And here we've got a setting where if you have an image referenced multiple times from different pages, if you have this setting on the left here, you'll only see it listed in the results once. Whereas if you have this setting on the right here set, you'll get a result for the same image for every page that it's on. And finally, there's some more settings where you can adjust how quickly the application crawls your website. If you have shared hosting, you'll probably want to leave that down at 2 or 3 threads. If it's your own website and you've got a good, strong server, you can, your IP won't be blocked, then you can hammer it with anywhere up to 300 threads if your machine and your website can handle it. So now we've had this scanning for about 2.5 minutes. We've scanned 150 pages and we've checked 1,000 images. So let's just stop this for now and we'll go through some of the results. So you can see we've got ID. That's just an incremental counter for how many possible issues we found, as in images larger than needed. Page URL, that's where we found the image. Image URL, that's the URL of the image. And then finally we've got the issue type here, which we'll go through now. So we can see here on the last result returned, there's a high resolution image, and we define high resolution as a total resolution that is higher than the total resolution set here. Next, large file. So you can see we set our threshold here to 200k, and we found one here that's 752k, and that seems to be all of the different issue types. So at the point where we stopped the scan, we hadn't found any bitmaps or raw formats yet. So hopefully you can see this is a very easy application to use. You just select from a few settings here, point it at your website, click start, and that's it. And it will show you all the pages where you're using images that are bigger than you should be using, really. And having images of a sensible size is good for many reasons. Just 2 in important ones. Firstly, not everyone has a really fast internet connection, so if someone lands on your website and they've got to download an image that's a meg big, that could be quite slow for some people. And secondly, Google does two separate crawls, a HTML crawl, and then it actually does a crawl where it renders the whole page as if it was a browser rendering it. So they see exactly how a user sees it, and they download it how a user downloads it. And they might think, well, this image is massive, this page is slow, I'm going to give your competitors a slightly higher ranking than you because your page is so slow to load. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want access to a database of over 100,000 websites that accept guest posters, then please check out Rocket Guest Posting. Thanks, guys.